Hello and welcome back to the Talisman Prologue video game of a board game. It's the single-player version of a real-world board game where we have special objectives, challenges to achieve. That kind of teaches how to play the game. I think we did Royal Delivery. What's Dragon Attack? No, we did Dragon Attack. What's Utter Chaos? Distracted by the dragons, you fail to notice all the other monsters now freely roaming the land. Rid the land of these fearsome enemies. Goal, destroy every enemy. Tip, confront the weakest enemy first. Okay. Let's do it! Begin. Okay, so there's already enemies all over the map. Let's see what we can achieve. Okay, so we can step directly onto the ogre, which is 5, yeah. What have we got? 4. Let's give it a go. 4 strength versus 5 strength. So I guess that means we have to roll 2 higher to beat him. 6. So that's a tie? Yeah. Alright. Alright, so we can go to the village, or it looks like another ogre. Let's take him on. Yeah. Let's try our luck. Ooh, we beat this. Okay. We won't do that anymore until we increase our power. What can we do? That ogre again? Or over here to the plains? We can draw a card. Drawing a card is always good. Gold. Okay. Maybe we'll try and buy a weapon. Oh, a giant. Or an ogre. That's horrible. We got no chance of defeating a giant. 6. So he rolls a 4 or a 1. That's good. Alright. Let's pick up a card. You do not need to roll die in the forest, so it's not super useful. Giant or draw a card. A shield, so roll a 5 or a 6 to negate damage. Pretty good. Attempt the ogre, even though we're technically not any stronger. Or we'll draw a card. Gold. Quite a bit of gold. So I guess we'll vaguely head towards town. We can buy something. That's useless, so let's go sell that. So our shield is better. The witch. Oh god. 2, we lose a life. Which is better than becoming a toad. Oh god, no. Toad. Okay, so now we can just uselessly flop around and we've lost all of our gear. Just sitting there. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to what that roll was. I have no idea. Now, if we get back onto the square where we dropped everything, it doesn't matter because we're a toad, we can't pick it up. Yeah, we can't pick up anything. The 4 means nothing happens. Can we be a human now? Okay. And before I do anything, I need my stuff back. Lost on my gold, lost everything. What are these? 2 serpents, which are 4 strength? Yeah, okay. I can't remember. Are there any cards already in this base? No. I can't remember if you fight them both at the same time, if they're at the ruins or not. Oh. Well, we'll have to go to the village. And visit the mystic. And become good. Alright. Which means we get hurt if we go to the graveyard. I don't want to do that, so we'll go here. 5, nothing happens. I guess... No, we'll head this way. That's probably the same. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. So if we go this way, we have more chances of picking up our gear next turn. So there's the water bottle that we could have used a few episodes ago. You do not lose life in the desert. That's pretty cool. But it takes up one of your inventory slots, which is less cool. You really want gear that buffs you rather than that one-off thing of not taking damage in the desert. Okay. So we have to encounter the witch again, just to pick up our gear. It's pretty nasty. And we have no fate this time. 6. Replenish our fate. Get my pixie back. Get my shield back. Get my helmet back. Lovely. Lots of giants, which we're not strong enough for. So let's go this way so we're in reach of the ogre. Poltergeist. Poltergeist has attached itself to you. You must take it as a follower. Its only effect is to slow your movement to 1 space per turn. Ouch. You can only rid yourself of it by crossing the river, either by bridge, raft, or ferry. Okay, so the nearest bridge is over here, this one here, going across the river there from the town, Medic Stream. Oh! Take this to our advantage. Move on away. The Holy Grail. No evil character may have the Holy Grail. Add 1 to your craft. And you do not lose life in the desert. So it's even better than the water bottle as long as you're not evil. But let's just go back and forth and back and forth over this magic stream, eh? Pestilence. Lose a life. Damn. Magic stream me. Potion of strength. Okay. Where was the water bottle? There it is. Let's get rid of that. So the potion of strength, I have to remember to drink before we actually engage in combat. Okay, we got everything we wanted. We're not going to pick that up. Let us. I suppose I better visit the doctor. Okay. And go across the bridge. Pool of life, lovely. So it's the same as the magic stream, but it's for life, not strength. Alright. So what do we get now that we're good, going to the chapel? Yada yada yada. If you're good, either heal up your life value for free, or you can pray and get a spell or a life. Is that an additional life beyond our maximum? I don't know. I guess it's heal, yeah. It'd be heal or gain a life. Yes, that's an additional life. That's not bad. What's our other option? Draw a card. I always prefer to draw a card if you can, because that card could be anything, like a lovely piece of armor. So we'll throw the helmet on the ground, because you can only use 1 piece of armor at a time. As strange as that is, but you know. Alright, we are ready to rumble. So, why is this glowing? Oh, it's telling me I can use my potion of strength, which we don't want to do. Let's go here and hope we roll a 6. We've got 5. Wizard offers to teleport us, or not? Oh yeah. Oh, that's the teleport. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, that's what we wanted. Not 6. Yes. Okay. Oh, there's a pool of life. No, but our goal is to kill stuff, so let's do that. Ooh, unanticipated. can now hand in trophies. So we're going to be wasting a few points there because we only want 7 and that's 10, but that's alright. That's just the way it goes sometimes. To the town. Did we have stuff to sell? I think we did. No, we've ended up dropping everything, haven't we? Oh, the shield. Let's sell the shield. Even though that 1 gold isn't going to make or break. Yeah. Make room for something better. Go to the blacksmith. How do we sell stuff? This is buying stuff. Items to purchase. Okay, well at least we learned something. You can't sell stuff. I don't really want to buy anything either. These are the 5 gold for a sword. We've only got 3. Huh. Visit the blacksmith to purchase. Okay, there you go. Must be the other town you can sell stuff at. I keep assuming it's this one. Damn, so we have to visit the mystic. And nothing. Ignored. Okay. Well, there we go. We learned something. Alright. So we can attempt to take on the sentinel. We have the same strength as the sentinel. And land here. Where there is an ogre and a hobgoblin. For 5, 6, 7, 8 strength. Okay, let's go full crazy. Let's attempt it. That's our objective here, so let's get on with it. Very good. Oh, that's a tie. Damn. We can push in again. Go there, yeah. If we give this cave something, or kill an enemy, depending on what we roll, he might reverse time by 4 turns, which is pretty good when you're trying to conserve turns. Some other options is that, which is crap, and that, which is draw a card, which isn't bad. I guess whether we take 4 turns back now or later, it's all much the same. And the other options are just not very good. But let's draw a card. A guide. Okay. So now we don't need to roll in a bunch of crappy places. Pick up the water bowl, which is useless, or take on the giant. Dude. Okay, let's re-roll the 1. And get 2, so exactly the same result. Okay, we can roll a 4, 5, or a 6. Yeah. That was basically 3 fails in a row there. That's how good I am. Let's take on this giant instead. Okay. Alright. Got him. Now, annoyingly, he's only 6 strength, so I can't convert him into strength. Into my own strength. Let's go this way so we can either land on the giant or the pool of life. Next turn. Oh, lovely. 1 to our strength and craft through a magic ring. Which means we have to throw something away. The most useless thing is the shield. Okay, draw a card or draw a card. Let's go this way so that we're closer to things to fight. Okay. Useless, useless, or super useless. Boy, I think it's this one that, yeah, we can at least attempt to get strength out of the crags. You need not, but we'll do it. Fight the crag spirit. Oh. A draw. standoff. Okay, let's try again. Fight the giant. Okay, he can't possibly beat that. Lovely. We'll waste a whole lot of strength and turn that into more strength for us. Okay, pick up and put down a shield or draw a card. One. So we know we can't sell anything, not that we've got anything left to sell. So, as much as it sucks, let's go here. We need not roll. So the best we could possibly hope for is to get 1 craft point. Oh, we got 4 now. I guess that's kind of better than doing nothing at all. But then you can lose a turn, which is even worse. Okay, pick up a helmet, which we don't need anymore, or... if we go here, we don't fight the sentinel, we pick up a card. You've got to attempt to enter Cursed by Hag, lovely. So you lose all your followers, and you've got to get rid of your hag by visiting the mystic. Great. We didn't have any particularly good followers. Here we go. Visit the mystic. 5. We gain a craft. That's not bad. That'll help us attack random crafty creatures. Okay, we can pick up our followers, which I don't really need at this point. Or we can take on these guys with a collective strength of 8, I believe. Which is fine. Let's do that. Now, do we fight them both at the same time? Yes, we do, I believe. And that's why it's giving us both of the stats. Yeah. A standoff. That's better than taking a hit. Draw a card or draw a card. Yeah, whatever. Oh, lovely. We love the clairvoyance. Infinite fate. So we don't have to accept any roll that we get. Let's accept that one and go to the pool of life. Get a hit point. The crags, which are useless. Or draw a card. Or use a fate to try and land on a giant. Let's do that. Exactly the same roll. The unicorn, add 1 strength and craft. Lovely. Okay, pick up a useless shield or draw a card. The alchemist, whom you can sell stuff to, which you have to do outside of combat and while you are not overburdened. So it's not super duper. I mean, I don't really need the potion of strength anymore, but I don't really need anything anymore. Okay, go to the town uselessly, or pick up a card. Come on. Ah, lovely. The rune sword, which no good character may use. Ah, and I am good. Yeah, it sucks being good. Sucks being good, sucks being evil. Okay, so it's just a useless weapon for us right now. Oh, I can't even pick it up. Okay. Makes sense. Alright, let's go fight these things. I guess that's one reason, I mean, I love the rune sword, that's one of the main reasons I want to be neutral. Or evil, just not good. And, I suppose if you become good or evil, no, just good. Good's a bad one. Then, whoops. That'd be a good reason to keep visiting the mystic. So we're good, we can take damage by going there, or we can land back on the rune sword and look at it and go, oh. 6. So do we draw 2 cards if we go here? We do, okay. The other one's just the crags, which is quite useless. A sword, which we can use, and an axe, which we can use. The axe has the additional use of making a raft, which we might actually do at some point. Not that we really have to anymore, so we've got to drop something. Where's the axe? That's weird. Or have we just not picked up the axe until we put something down? We'll put down the potion of strength, which we never end up using it. So now I can have that. Oh, I can't have that. Just too much stuff. Alright. Add one to craft, or drink water in the desert. So two things that aren't super useful. Did I end up picking up the axe or not? Objects. I did, cool. So that's +2 to my strength. Which is lovely, we're lots of strength points right now. Okay, who's left? These are all objects except for that giant over there, so let's head in his direction. Oh yeah, this way, so that we might land on the pool of life. A shrine, so you roll to see what happens. And we get to teleport. Fantastic. Now do we teleport to the pool of life or the giant? Let's do the giant, because that's our main purpose in life at the moment. And we're pretty good on life. Okay. The giant. Okay, now we're free to head on in, I think, yeah. We'll land on these guys if we can defeat the Sentinel. Which we should. We are very strong. Okay. 20 to 11. We plow on in and then fight these guys. Or we don't? Oh, we draw another card. Ooh, a phantom. What does that do? First we have to fight these dudes. So they combine their strength together, which isn't going to help them. Because I have a ridiculous amount of strength. And the phantom. A phantom has appeared in this area. If you are of evil alignment, it will grant you one of the following wishes. It will grant you one of the following wishes, I did say that, of your choice, whereupon it will vanish. Gain one spell, gold, strength, craft, life, or fate. Or teleport. Well, we're not evil, so nothing happens. I presume it just stays there. Okay. I think there's only a good equivalent, but not a neutral equivalent. Okay, so we can get to one of these places. Now we've lost our followers that negate the chasm. So, not that there's any useful thing to go there for and then negate it. No evil character may use the lance. So yeah, you just want to be neutral, because all the best weapons are neutral. Okay, cool. Not that we're fighting any dragons, it's just a weapon. Are we fighting any dragons? I don't know, it'd be nice if I could now look at the map, but I can't. But, just in case we do, I suppose we could still draw a dragon. So, it's better than the sword. So we'll put the sword down. Now what I didn't notice is one of our enemies, assuming that's one of our enemies, is actually in the desert. So we could have used a water bottle or the Holy Grail, but that's okay. You are visited by a devil. If you are evil, you gain a life. If you are good, lose a life. Damn. There is no effect if you're evil, if you're neutral. And then we fight the Hulk. So we're good, so we take damage. Take a life point. Away. Away, away. Easy. Now what have I done here? All sorts of things are backed up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can do it again. 6, 7, 8, 9. Doo-doo-doo. Okay, what is this? That's a dragon, isn't it? Okay. We got the lance now, haven't we? Take another hit. Boom. And we can turn him in. Some more strength. Now there's only a... Is that a hobgoblin? No, that's an ogre. We can't get there anyway. Let's go to the Oasis, so we can draw a whole bunch of cards. Fight the giant, who's very easy now. What was the other thing? Was it gold? Yeah. Okay, good. Let's fight the ogre. You can't possibly beat us. So yeah, again, in a normal game, that would just be an automatic win. But for whatever reason, it makes me fight them in this particular game mode. Do. Excellent. We win. And a giant can't possibly beat us. No one can beat us. We have an ungodly amount of strength. Okay. Yeah, even though it seemed like I was doing pretty good there, lots of strength and stuff. 63 turns, and I've done it in 41. So that was the Utter Chaos, last one, which only has the rating of 1, so you either do it or you don't. Travel to the Crown of Command, which is the very center of the board. Goal, travel to the Crown of Command. Okay. So I guess this is a bit of a simulation of what an actual game is like, but with no competition, because it's just me. So, but again, this is all about getting used to the game before jumping into competition. If you are good, so yeah, this is the opposite of whatever the other thing was, the Phantom, I think. If you are good, you get stuff, or you get a life. Okay, this is the opposite of the Devil, not the Phantom. If you're evil, you lose a life. If you're neutral, nothing. We are neutral. So our goal is to get strong enough to either cross the bridge. So we now have the Hag. We can't get any more followers until we get rid of her. So we'll try and do that. Yeah, until we're strong enough to Enchanter. Enchanter seeks an able adventurer if your craft is 4 or more. Okay. He will grant you stuff. Okay. So that's like the Phantom, but for mages. We're not a mage. So we get nothing. So we attempt to encounter him and nothing happens, and then we pick up the weapon, and the Enchanter stays there. We inch closer to the village. Okay, so because this is in a normal game sort of format, because our goal is to get to the center, we now have talismans. We may now enter the Valley of Fire, which I'll show you in a second. So the Valley of Fire, that's weird. Can I click on it? This, yeah, okay. So this is the Valley of Fire. We can now enter that square, which will become more apparent how that works when we get there. Okay, so we are ultimately trying to get to the village now to get rid of that hag. A wraith. Ooh, a crafty creature. We've only got 2 craft. So as you've noticed, we get a lot of creatures that have a base of strength to fight with, and only a few that use craft. And what this means is if you're playing as a strength character, it's great. But if you're playing as some sort of magic user, you come across all these strength creatures and get your face kicked in. I don't understand how to play a mage. I've tried a whole bunch of times, and it just results in a very quick death. Okay, we gained a spell, which we didn't actually gain a spell, because our craft isn't high enough to allow us to even draw a spell card. So there you go. But we got rid of the hag. What was that again? The enchanter, which we can't use, it's only for mages. So as our strength isn't good enough to pass the sentinel, our goal, I suppose, until we are... Oh, another wraith. So automatic loss, basically, especially when you roll a 1. So you rolled a 7. No, I'm not going to waste fate on that. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so if I had rolled a 6, I could have beat him. But, yeah. Okay, so we'll try and roll a 6 here and get a boatman. Or we can get tipsy and fight a farmer. Which, even if we win, just means we get to negate that damage and not take him as a trophy. Okay, go back to the enchanter, which is useless. Or fight the dragon, and we only have 5 strength. Level 4. Oh. Well, at least we don't take damage. Okay, let's re-roll the 3 and hope we get a 5. Or, you know, another 3. So we just uselessly waste our fate. So I guess now we should be headed towards the graveyard, trying to get that fate back. So it's a ghost, which is a craft creature of 4, but we don't fight it. He teleports to somewhere else, and then you fight him, if you land on that spot. And he teleports to the castle, which is on the inner circle. So there you go, there. Which is interesting, if you're playing against other characters, it puts it in their way. Fight the dragon, or go here, which is what we wanted. Pay gold to get a fate. Lovely. Go there semi-uselessly, go to the crags very uselessly. At least if we go there we can draw a card. Going there, if we get a 6 we get strength. But drawing a card could be anything. Like the princess, which isn't super useful. 2 lives for free at the castle, or exchange it for gold, which would be a waste. Well, it's something. Let's try our luck for the ferryman. 3. Lose gold. We didn't have any, so that's fine. Okay, fight the dragon, and we all know how that goes. Or draw a card. And give the enchanter a high 5. A strength of 1 for this wild boar. Hi. Goodbye. Oh boy. This has been a slow game. It's not like we can spend 1 gold on something. Things are actually quite expensive. Evil darkness. An evil darkness from the netherworlds sweeps the land. If you're not of evil alignment, you must miss 1 turn. The darkness vanishes. Here you go. Interesting. Lose a turn, unless you're evil. Oh my god, we keep getting the same things. Crags? Or high 5 with the enchanter. And another useless 1 gold. Okay. And again, fight the dragon. And go to town. I haven't got enough gold to buy anything. Actually, is there a the healer? Let's visit the healer. At least we achieve something. Okay. We don't need fates. So let's travel here uselessly and waste a turn. Cool. Nothing happens. Alright. These are just exactly the same things. Let's go this way. It's a real shame that enchanter is there. We could have been drawing 2 cards every time we landed there. Which is basically like taking 2 turns in 1 turn. Cool. Do we have enough trophies now to level up? No. Oh my god. Okay. Let's try for the ferryman. 5. We can teleport anywhere. And there is nowhere in particular we want to go. There are no other spaces where you can draw 2 cards on the outside. For neutral, we get nothing from the castle. Oh boy. Wow. So yeah, even given any option, there's nothing really good. Nothing's good. That's just tragic. Let's Like anything else, let's just go right next to ourselves. Another ghost. And he goes to the village, which is on the outside, meaning we will now have to fight him at some point, probably. Or avoid him. Okay, so we'll fight that wraith, which we cannot defeat. We'll go over here. So as more and more cards go down that you can't defeat, you just end up really boxing yourself in. Another talisman. We only need one. I guess let's try and land here and see. Actually, let's just click here. The Enchantress, which can turn you into a toad or other things. The Doctor or the Alchemist. Okay, the Alchemist is the one that you sell stuff to. Okay. So it's at the city where you can sell stuff. For lack of anything else to really do, let's try and do that. The Siren. Siren song can be heard throughout the region. You must miss a turn. Super. Let's draw a card. A mule, fantastic. The mule can carry an extra 4 objects for you. If you lose the mule, leave any surplus objects of your choice in the space you are in. Yeah, mules are fantastic. 4 more objects. So you could carry all sorts of gear and gain its benefits. Okay, yeah, let's go visit the Alchemist. And sell this extra talisman, because we only need one. For 1 gold. I think everything sells for 1 gold. Okay. 5 strength against the 7 strength dragon. Not much chance of winning there. Or roll a 6. Or a 1. Oh. He rolls low. Oh. Boom, boom. Oh boy. Yep. Let's try and land on the city again and get healed, I guess. Oh, lovely. Would you like that unicorn? And there is no limit to the amount of followers you can have, which is pretty fantastic. Oh, the Fountain of Wisdom. So it's the same as the other ones, except it's for craft points. Yeah, we might as well get that. If and when we can. Let's just go back and forth. A devil! If you are evil, get stuff. If you're not... Oh no, this is the lose life one. Devils and phantoms. Get them confused. So we lose a life. Or not. I obviously read that wrong. That's weird. Oh, if it's good, if you're evil, you gain a life. If you're good, you lose a life. If you're neutral, nothing happens. Draw those cards. Kill those hobgoblins. Avenge the tyranny. That's what we like to say. Yeah, I was headed there to heal. I have 4, 5, 6 strength now, so I guess I could attempt to fight the dragon. Doctor. The Doctorb. Lovely. I mean, that's the good thing about having gold, I suppose. You can just keep on healing, which can become incredibly critical. Let's try for the ferryman. And we got him. Ooh. Craft. Okay, so it all comes down... The inner circle, now that I think about it, and this door, is incredibly difficult. So let's have a look at it. Portal of Power. Draw a card, yeah. If you're trying to pass to the plane of peril, which is the inner circle, you do not draw a card, but you must either use craft to pick the lock or strength to force it. Decide which ability you are using. Having decided, roll 2 die, sir. If the total is equal to or less than your chosen ability, go to the plane of peril. If it is higher, remain here and lose 1 from that ability. Roll 2 die. if the total is equal to or less than your chosen ability. Okay, so what that would mean is, yeah, it makes sense. You, so you're either trying to pick the lock or bash it down with your craft or strength. So you're trying to roll lower than your craft or strength, meaning you'd want to have a really high number values in these different things to ensure that you actually achieve that. And if you attempt it and lose, then you lose a point, meaning it'll be just that much harder to do absolutely everything in the game. So yeah, you can't just rush in there. You can try it, and if you're incredibly lucky, it can work. So we're just not strong enough. So but no, I was still aiming to go in there if I could, and in the meantime hoping to level up. That's just not the way it worked out. Alright, let's attempt the dragon. We're close to being strong enough to fight it, and if we happen to win, then we will get stronger. That looks pretty good. There you go. Now, could I have already leveled up? I could have. That was a bit stupid of me. It's because my mark stand is in the way of seeing that trophy indicator. Okay, lovely. Okay. So rolling 2 die to get through this door. So you could roll as low as 2. So you could technically get in there with a strength of 2. But you could also roll 12. So if you've got 13 strength, you can't possibly lose. So it depends on, yeah, how safe you want to play it. Because if you do happen to lose, it's a real kick in the pants, real kick in the progress. I suppose because the whole goal is to do this quickly, let's now risk it for the biscuit. Now that we are at least 2 more points stronger. Do we haven't got the clairvoyant this turn, have we? That'd be lovely. She's very overpowered. What did we get? 4. Gamble and win. Nice. Can't complain about that. We need 9 strength to get past this guy. Or just, you know, a fantastic roll. I don't like relying on those. So let's generally head in the direction of the craft. Just in case that helps us. The poltergeist is attached to ourselves. You must take it as a follower. Oh yeah, the slows your movement until you cross water. Was this the round that we had an axe? No, that was the previous round. No, is it from... It's from the... Oh, we don't have the wood. The axe. Derpy, 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 derpy. Okay, so the nearest water is, I suppose, this one. Because, yeah. So we have to travel less ground in this direction. The alchemist to sell stuff. We don't have anything worth selling. Move on. The market is where you sell stuff or buy stuff. A market has set up here for the rest of the game. Each visit, you may buy available objects at these prices. So don't sell stuff. Okay. We've only got 3 gold. And you can buy mules from here for 2 gold. Yeah, it's pretty nice. A shield to 2 gold. So you can't buy the best stuff, except for mules, which are pretty damn good. Or a raft. We get a raft. Go into the middle. Again, it'd be nice if I could look at the map. I think we are opposite the oasis, so that wouldn't be too bad. We've already got a mule, haven't we? I just keep forgetting. Yeah, we do. And we've only got 2 objects. We can have a maximum of 8, so we don't need another mule. Let's get the raft. And use it. Use raft. I mean, I suppose if we don't use the raft... Oh, we have to, otherwise we leave it behind. On your next turn, instead of a normal move, you may choose to cross the river to a space opposite the one you are in. Whether you cross or not, you lose the raft. Yep. So I bought the damn thing, let's use it. I could have gone back and forth over the craft thing and got more craft, but don't think that's really worth it at this point. A mercenary, so you can hire the mercenary for a gold. If not, he waits here until someone else does. While he's your follower, he will add 3 to your strength in battle, provided you pay him a gold. We've got none anyway, so... Okay, we've got 2. But we had to encounter the mercenary first, so we didn't get to hire him. That's right. But it's very expensive. You gotta spend a gold every time you attempt to use him. Is this just one card? Yeah, okay. Strength and craft derived from objects do not count. Okay, so it's just bad to land there, really. Let's land here. We can't go through the door, but we can pick up a card. You may always have at least 1 spell, so this is great for spellcasters. I'm not a spellcaster, so it's of no use to me. But I'll pick it up anyway. Oh, I can draw... Oh, okay. Wow, so it's good for anyone. Cast at the start of your turn, or when you have just completed your move, this spell will remove any face-up adventure card from the board. Yeah, that's not bad. Sorry, I'll read that again. At the start of your turn, or when you've just completed your move. Okay, wow. Yeah, you could roll, and if you're gonna land on something crap, like this spirit here, ghost, you could just say, nope, I don't want that. Okay, let's attempt to push in. I will use strength. Pray to God. So we got 8, and we have 6, 7, 8. What happens if we roll evens? If the total is equal to or less, you get in. 6, 7, 8. Now, do our additional things count? I think they do. We get in? What happened? We didn't get in. So our modifiers don't count. Ouch. Well, that was a kick in the pants. Now we have even less chance of getting in there. No, at least we learned something. Modifiers do not count. Add 2 to your craft. Wow, I wish that was strength. Modifiers don't count. That is brutal. Turn back time or draw 3 cards. Let's go for it. Lovely. Lovely. Awful. 3, gain a strength. Lovely. Weapon. And a magic strength. That's brutal, so we're going to have to face the hag, or the witch, or whichever one this is. The witch, every time we're trying to visit the magic stream. I mean, it's all good, except for 1 and 2. Lose a life or become a toad, or it's gain strength, gain craft, gain a spell, or replenish your fate. Anyway, let's just let's roll, see what happens. Attempt to push in, go there uselessly, go here and draw a card. Any creatures here, add 2 to their strength. Ooh. We're pretty strong now. We do really need to kill some stuff and get our strength up. Is that enough? No. Fight the spirit uselessly. Was this the round where we had the prince or the princess? We've got the princess. Okay, so let's use our spell. Oh no, we've got heaps of craft actually. And the ghost is of 4. Okay, let's fight him. Okay. Could have been better. Couldn't have been better. Not gonna waste fate on that. Stand up is better than a punch in the face. We could hire the mercenary. Can we use him to get in through the gate? Pay 1 gold. Yeah. If he's your follower, we will add 3 to your strength. Is that 3 to my strength or 3 to my strength modifier? In battle. Provided you pay. We only do this once per battle. I guess against the door isn't a battle. Or is it? It probably isn't, because it doesn't present itself like a traditional battle. Let's get there and hire him anyway, because we get to draw a card as well. So it is still a better choice than going to that other place. A helmet. So yeah, let's do hire him. A helmet. Now what have I got? No armor whatsoever. Okay, even though the helmet is the worst armor. Fall down the chasm. Or go to the ruins and fight something that has +2 to its base strength. It's like fighting a dragon. Although when we kill it, it won't continue to have 7 strength. Which would be lovely. It does go back down to 5, doesn't it? Yeah. But we can turn in this 5 and up with that was 9. Does it get hurt over here, which is the hills? There's nothing particularly special about the hills, we just draw a card. A magic vortex. A magic vortex absorbs all currently held spells. Cool, which means we now get to draw a spell because we have the magic staff. Temporal warp. Cast at the start of your turn before we move. Spell freezes time for 3 turns. I think that what that would normally mean when you're playing against other people is you get to move 3 times in your move, because time is frozen for everybody else. Considering I'm just playing by myself, time freezes for 3 turns. I guess it's still relevant, because it stops turns from progressing, or from ticking over, which is good for our overall score, because we're trying to do things in the least amount of turns possible. Because we have that magic rod, we get to draw another one. That magic rod is insane. But it's only because we have quite a bit of craft now that we can even cast these, I would say. Because you can only draw cards that you can actually cast. Although it doesn't tell you what the craft requirement for it is, so it's a bit strange. Cast as required on yourself or a follower. Prevents the loss of life on a follower or a follower from being killed. Okay. Cast as required. It'd be interesting to see when we can actually pull that off. Because you'd want to cast it as someone has rolled a successful attack on you. Okay, we can leave rather uselessly. Actually, no, we can't, because we got here via a raft. We could leave. You can get across the bridge, even if you haven't defeated the Sentinel, and he doesn't attack you. It just means you have to attack him if you're trying to get back in again, if you haven't defeated him previously. Okay, well, our strength is up, so let's attempt to get on with it. A fairy. A fairy seeks a good champion. If your alignment is good, she will grant you one of the following. Okay. That's the good version of the Phantom. Now, this is telling us about the Alchemist. Let's see if we can use the Mercenary in our strength check against the door. We probably can't. Let's just keep checking it. Strength. No, it's not a battle. Okay. Let's go! So we got 8 strength. We rolled 11. So let's re-roll the high die to try and get something lower. Get a total of 8, which is the same as what we have without modifiers. So as far as my understanding goes, we go through the door. Okay. That's when it gets really difficult. You can only move 1 space per turn, so you can no longer roll to move. And basically, you go left or right, or left or up. And one is a strength check sort of progression, the other one's for craft. And your modifiers do count. So we do have more strength. I believe strength is this way. Subtract your strength from the total to see where you come out. Okay, so you want to get a 0 and remain here. Anything else just pushes you out. So if you had a really high strength, and you're rolling 3 dice. Oh, that's mean. Let's get on with it. Okay, so we rolled a 9. 9 minus 8, because it probably doesn't count our modifiers. It's your strength, yeah. So we got a 1, which means we go back to the plane of peril, which is where we started. Nope, I totally misunderstood that. Unless it was counting our modifiers. I guess maybe it's just the door that doesn't check your modifiers. Now this is the worst one. Death. Dice with death. Roll 2 dice for yourself and 2 dice for death. So yeah, it's just a roll off. If your scores are equal, you must dice with death again your next turn. If your score is lower, lose a life. And you do it again next turn. If you're higher, you get out. So yeah. So this is for me. I rolled a 3. Can you beat that, Mr. Death? He rolled a 9. Yeah. But at least we don't lose strength every time we get hit. But it also means we are now stuck here. So we just keep on doing this until we die or until we move on. 8. Can you beat that? 7. No, he can't. That wasn't too bad. I've gotten that far in games against other AI characters and had pretty good strength. Well, your strength doesn't matter at that point. It's just a dice roll off. And just died. Oh, sorry. I wasn't paying attention to what I just rolled for. This is the werewolf den. Fight the werewolf. Roll 2 dice for the werewolf's strength. Oh. Okay. So I've still got more strength than him. Then fight it. If you lose a life. Well, of course. Then you must fight it again. You keep on fighting it until you win. Oh. Snake eyes. Oh. Snake eye. That was lucky. Alright. We have basically won. You don't do anything... Yep. The pit of fire. What's that about? You've earned a legendary talisman. Wait. Is that because we did it faster than I've done previously? Whatever we did, we increased our total score, whatever that is worth. Huh. I wonder if you just get that by default. But if you would, then I wouldn't have got a better score. Anyway. But yeah, nothing happened in that last space, because that is all just about a, whether you have the talisman or not. And if you don't have the talisman, you just can't even step onto that square. And normally you'd step onto that square, and that'd be the end of your turn, and it's everyone else's turn, and then you step into the center. So there you go. That was Talisman Prologue, the single-player video game of the board game Talisman. Now there is a just a completely normal video game of the base game, Talisman, which I also have, where you just play the game as you would in real life. But so this is more of a like video gamey version of the game, I suppose, with all these objectives and stuff, and teaching you like sort of one element of the game at a time. So it's interesting like that. Next episode, we will be using the troll, which I won't bother reading his stuff now. As you can see, I've done a few of these missions, which I'll go through again and then accept whatever result we get. And then we'll start the game proper in actually trying to get 3 talisman points for each thing. So that's going to be a real lesson in pain. Do look forward to it. I will see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye.